Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Persia in Victoria 2. In the first episode we started our first war against Afghanistan in the hopes of completely conquering them. We won one battle which wasn't quite so good for us. We're waiting for this army to replenish somewhat in the aftermath of that, and we are advancing through Persia, through Afghanistan. We're Persia. In an attempt to... We're pretty much going to have to get them to 100% war score, I think, for this war to end. War between the Russian Empire and Kokand. Oh, we heard about it. We, of course, got called into that war by our ally Kokand, but declined. It seems like they are losing a lot of men to attrition up here. At least their armies seem smaller than they used to be, which is totally fine by me. We are, of course, suffering some attrition ourselves, but only the base 2%, so nothing to be too concerned about there. We're at 21 out of 8 possible brigades, so we've really depleted a lot of our soldier populations in this war already, which is not ideal, but it has to be done. This should, I guess, give us a lot of research points to hopefully pass a reform, or 2 reforms, or I don't know how many reforms. I don't have too much experience playing as uncivilized nations. I played one game quite a while ago as Japan, which is kind of a different experience than I'm assuming Persia is going to be. It's kind of like Ireland in that it's an isolated island nation, so you don't really have to get involved in a lot of wars that you don't want to. Alliance offer from Bukhara. Maybe? It's not like we don't have plenty of other targets we can go to war against if we need to. Maybe it would be a good idea for us to, after we finish with Afghanistan, look at conquering maybe Kalat and then Sindh. Because if we can get to Sindh before the UK spheres them, that would be great. I'm assuming the UK will sphere them. They will almost certainly, I think, sphere Punjab, their bordering land that is held directly by the UK there. So, yeah, I'll proceed. We can always, of course, break the alliance and backstab them at any point. These sieges are proceeding extremely slowly, so maybe I'll... No, I should leave this here to try and replenish a bit. Obviously it's going to be very slowly because of the depleted pops. This one is the one with the cavalry, so it's the only one that can siege at a reasonable rate. France declared war on the UK. What's that about? Is that this one? No. That is a different war. French colonial conquest of British Madras. Is that down here somewhere? I have no idea where that is. Okay, that's fine. It's not important. We could find out, of course, but I'm more concerned with my own wars right now. So it seems like Afghanistan has only these 2 stacks left, which is all to the good, really. Let's see, mountains and hills over here. So once we finish this siege and advance into there, I'll feel pretty safe. I think maybe we actually advance this army into Faizabad here. That way, that's the only province they can then attack us into, and they'll be attacking into hills, so that probably would be a pretty good defensive position. And I'm assuming they're going to at least keep their armies here until they finish those occupations, which should be the same speed as mine, if not slower. Let's go up to speed 4, since there's not a lot of tricky maneuvering going on here. It's just waiting for occupations to finish. Do I want to let Russia have access? I suppose I don't really care. Okay, let's advance, as we said, into there. Let's get this army through to here, and I guess I'll move this not fully reinforced army to Kabul so it can siege that. It does have a cavalry, so it should be a bit faster. And then we just have to play the waiting game. This is all one province, right? There's no extra province over here in this weird tendril of land that actually borders the Chinese Empire. Important to note that we will border them after we finish this war, presumably. I am assuming we'll win. War between Brazil and Bolivia, not really surprising there. I think, oh, they have pieced out Kokand with a white piece. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I'll happily break either of these occupations if they do attack us. Their stacks are exiled now, though, which is interesting. I guess they can probably come around and get back into... Actually, they can't get back into any of their land, because we have it all either occupied or have troops parked there. So maybe we just have auto won this war at this point? That would be nice. Actually making some money too, so that's good. Mostly. Another occupation there, we're up to 54%. I'm fairly sure they won't accept a peace offer until they're at full occupation here, but it shouldn't actually take too much longer. Kokand accepted the peace offer from Russia. Demand Kokandi Akmolinsk. Okay. I think that was this province here. So that's fine. Means there's less of them left for us to conquer later, but not a big deal. We are dropping in the rankings, but nothing really we can do about that. Austria allied with Spain. This army that has no cavalry, maybe I'll send this one in to help out. Still not suffering any extra attrition, so that's fine. Should speed up the progress there, okay. And this should finish any day now. That should give us our 100%, so let's propose peace. Annex Afghanistan, they would accept. So, successful first war there. We got a bunch of research points, so we can pass some reforms. Let's see. We can actually only pass this reform. It costs 6,600 and we have 7,500, okay. Well, that's fine. I guess we'll do that one. It increases our research points bonus when conquering, so that's good. And we can also... Oh, we can also enact this decision now. I guess we increased our literacy because the population of Afghanistan was more literate than our population. And let's do it then. Doesn't give us enough research points to pass another reform yet, but it helps. Let's get our spending down. I'm not sure if these are all accepted culture or what yet. They're actually more populous than our own previous provinces, so that's good. Seems like they are not accepted, but that's okay. We'll, let's see, let's organize our army a bit. Nejd, our best friend. Common sense is the order of the day in Nejd, as their government and people continue to be enamored with all things Persian. Okay, suppose we could get an alliance with them or something. Alright, I'll allow Britain access. And I'm not sure what our next target for conquest should be. I guess we could try to go after Punjab immediately. They have 27 brigades, so kind of scary there. That's more than we have. They do have Army Tech 1. Might be safer to go after some of these smaller nations first. Like Kalat. Shouldn't give us any problems. Though Punjab has no allies, and we have... who are we allied with? I forgot already. Bukhara. Up here. So they would be able to contribute some strength, but not a whole lot. Up to 1.53% clergymen here, so... Oops, suffering a lot of attrition there. Let's not do that, if at all possible. Takes so long to move between provinces. I think it's also because I just finished a game where I had like endgame military tech and therefore increased movement speed. It seems a lot slower. The supply limit in these provinces. Actually go over there. You can go down there, that's probably faster. So we are going to have some trouble reinforcing these, but I'm not just going to disband the brigades yet, the unsupported ones. I wonder, can we raise armies from... Yeah, we can, okay. Let's do that, I suppose. 4 and 2 cavalry. We'll have them rally up here. Of course, it's costing us money. We actually can't even buy the things we need for the infantry. So we got the cavalry started. Okay, we are getting it slowly. For our next reform, I suppose we might want to get another military one for more research when conquering. Let's see if any nations are trying to sphere us. Russia, I think, is. They're friendly and up to 66. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for sphering us, which is okay. We can allow that. If we can get an alliance with Russia and use them to beat up all our neighbors, that might be fun. But we probably don't need them. Still not able to buy any small arms. Kokand fears our might. Ooh, as well they should, probably. We are very mighty. Any small arms at all? Suppose we could have tried building irregulars. Does it say here what they need to build? I guess not, but I don't think it's the same as infantry. Hopefully we'll get them at some point. Request for military access from Greece. That's a weird one. Okay. What is this war that Russia's in right now? French colonial conquest. Oh, this colonial conquest was turned into quite the war. Is this the one that Greece is in? Yeah, okay. Well, fair enough. I'm not sure if we should be concerned about that, but we can note it's going on. Could be why there is a shortage of small arms. Small arms are not in high demand, but of course we are, low ranked as we are, we really get the dregs of the choices on the international market, so any sort of increase in demand for small arms will be likely to leave us out in the cold. The fears of Baden. Monocle sales plateau. I must sell my stock immediately. Alright, I'm going to assume we can get this at some point and just leave these queued so that they will start whenever we get them. So Kalat's armies are smaller than ours. They have a terrain advantage. Their country is entirely hills, it looks like, or mountains. So we obviously aren't going to want to attack into them. I think what we'll do is hopefully wait for them to move one of their armies into our plains provinces here and then attack them there, and hope we just can win with our somewhat superior numbers. And this one has 2 cavalry, this one has 1 cavalry. I'll move... why not both of these? No, I'll move 1 to each stack. Balance things out a bit. Which should hopefully give us some advantage. They may not even have cavalry, can we see? No, they're all infantry, so hopefully with the cavalry and the superior numbers we can win any battles we get into there. We might want to disband some of these improperly supported brigades, though it's possible they'll become supported again if we increase our population a bit. And we are at the supply limit here, which is bad. Guess we'll head to this province. Okay, well, between that and our allies, they're allied with Kokand. Okay, well, Hopefully they won't be a problem since they presumably lost their army in the last war. Let's go ahead and start fabricating our conquest CB. This won't put us over 25, even if we're discovered immediately, so let's go ahead and do that. And with that, we are out of time for this episode, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time when hopefully we can get that war started.